USL League One delivers us a clash from the Cornhusker State. Union Omaha and Westchester SC are set to do battle, and with USL Cup competition over for both of these clubs, it is full steam ahead until decision day. Sets up a fun contest made possible by Centris Federal Credit Union. I'm Josh Lill, happy to have you with us tonight. Now Omaha, they can reclaim the top spot with a win and some help from around the league. They were in #1 for most of 2026 before suffering 3 consecutive clean sheets. As for Westchester, they are currently 9 points under the playoff line. It won't be an easy climb, but the turnaround starts today. Well, when the starters have success, you win games. But if substitutes can impact matches, it will define your season. The goal scored from Omaha's bench this year is top 5 all-time in a single season for a League One club. Now, Vincenzo Candela pointed out that it's the intensity the starters play with. It wears teams out, opens up space, and his reserves, they've been able to capitalize. The team also had 12 goals off their bench in league play a year ago, and they're well on their way to replicating that feat yet again. Tonight's player to watch, sponsored by RUB and Dolomiti, it's Diego Gutierrez, and of the 7 goals he's scored across all competitions, 4 of them have come off the bench. He started in half the league games he's played in, and he showcased his variety as an individual player. Gutierrez is someone that adds flair to a team that is lived by possession and can make it hard for opponents to predict what the attack will do. As for the visitors, the road woes continue for Westchester. They've not won on the road in league play since June 18th of last year. That is 16 matches without a win. And George Jokai recognized it's important to stick with the routine and simply make mental adjustments. For a side that hopes to wipe the slate clean following USL Cup competition, tonight is crucial if they want to get back into the playoff conversation. They had a rough go against Chattanooga on July 1st. And they look for a good response. Connor McGlynn, it starts with him. He's been a hot topic of discussion around the league, and not just for his flashy goal scoring, but his attacking success as a midfielder that covers a lot of ground and carries a lot of responsibilities both offensively and defensively. Very much like Luis Alvarez, the one person that stands between the New York native and the Golden Boot. Tonight is the 3rd all-time meeting between these two clubs. Omaha recorded a pair of 2-1 victories last year, both at home and in New York. Will they pick up win number 3 tonight? Or will Westchester record their first league road win of this season? What's not to love? Don't go anywhere. The starters to kick off up next.
To be a part of Nebraska medicine.
Hi, welcome.
Good to see you.
Is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors.
How are you?
That open doors.
That went really well.
To growth and opportunity for each other and for our community. For those who know that the academic experience.
You know what? I agree.
The life experience that you get here is beyond what you can get anywhere else.
Doing great.
And that's exactly why here is where you belong. Nebraska medicine. Together, extraordinary.
Mi nombre es Josué Aaron Gómez y soy del Paso, Texas. Creo que significaría mucho para mí, para mi futuro. Creo que al terminar mi carrera futbolística, creo que poder implementar lo que voy a aprender en la escuela, creo que eso va a ser muy importante para mí y para mi futuro.
Kickoff is just around the corner in Omaha. And this match, of course, is presented by X-Cancer. A highly anticipated matchup awaits our rival. While we have a moment, let's take a look at the starting 11 for both clubs. And starting off with the hosts, it's 4 changes for Vincenzo Candela from that heartbreaking loss in round 4 of the USL Cup. Rashid Nuhu, Omaha's all-time appearance leader and the 2-time Golden Glove Award winner, is back in net. Blake Malone has seen starting minutes at center back, but it's Brent Kallman who returns as the central defender. Gabriel Cabral, very good as a defensive midfielder. He can allow all 3 players to take space if needed. As for Westchester, George Jokai makes 3 switches from the USL Cup fixture against Hartford. Luca Marinelli returns as the starting keeper. It's a 5-back system tonight that will allow Noah Powder and Max Jennings to be very aggressive. It's just the 6th start for Ermin Makic this season. He leads the line tonight for the visitors. For Omaha, they're in the baby blue kits. They go right to left. Westchester in the whites with dark letters and numbers. They will work left to right first. Weather picturesque in the Midwest tonight. Our head official this evening, Eminanza Ayakwo checks his watch and prepares to sound the whistle. And we are underway from Omaha, Nebraska at Morrison Stadium. Union Omaha and Westchester SC do battle here following the conclusion of group stage play in the USL Cup. I'm Josh Lill. Happy to have you with us tonight. As noted around the country, it's been a hot topic of discussion around the Outdoor World Cup final in New York, set to take place tomorrow night, and certain baseball games around the country. Due to the wildfires and a lot of the smoke in the air, you wonder how weather will be affected. And tonight, heat advisory in effect. It's 91 degrees currently. Very little wind at Morrison Stadium. You can see on the far side of the pitch, the player is currently being belted by the sun. It's a valid question for both clubs. For Omaha, on the left side of the formation, can they take advantage of the shadow, use it to their advantage, and then play it maybe into the sun where Westchester could be lacking, and vice versa on the opposite end. As Westchester do draw the foul, can they take advantage of the right side going forward and avoid the heat at all costs? We'll know after Luca Marinelli takes this free kick just outside the box. Keys to the game tonight are presented by Hydra Patch. For Omaha, it's about controlling the surges. This is a Westchester's team that has a dangerous front. The record is not indicative of their goal-scoring opportunities and what they can convert on, so it's important to manage play on the back line. And for Westchester, they have to slay the dragon that's defeated them countless amounts of times over the last year and a half. Can they finally get a road win in league play for the first time since June 18th of last year? Only time will tell, but it's Omaha threatening on the front foot. They bring us our first corner kick, brought to you by Modelo. It's Alan Gavilanes to take the set piece. Omaha this year have accumulated the third most corner kicks in the league. It's a team that's often relied on service in years past. Since Coach Candella's taken over, they've become a little more possession-oriented and kept the ball on the ground, but nonetheless, it is still very much a strength of this team. They went off a couple of Omaha players, retrieved by Wooten, and sent into recycle. Gavilanes. Him and Ryan Jiba will often find themselves in an opportunity to exchange. It's given away. And Connor McGlynn, 9 goals across all competitions, 8 in the league, and that is second in the Golden Boot race. Could he top Luis Alvarez tonight? We need 2 to do so, as Brent Kallman steers that one aside. McGlynn, the captain, watched so closely. Botello Faz with the takeaway. Omaha looked to get out and run. Where's Navarro? Double teamed and nearly dispossessed. Caceres has his back. And Edry Caceres draws the foul. And Omaha are set up in the attacking half. And Bobby Pierre with a bit of disagreement. And very quickly we play on. The urgency that this Omaha team is playing with, they understand. The teams are threatening around the league, gaining good form. And after those 3 consecutive losses, all via the shutout, They were able to pick up a massive 3-1 victory against AV Alta on the road. Excuse me, at home. Which really helped reset the tone, but in that Madison match, they led 3-1. Trailed 3-1, pardon me, came back to tie it at 3-all. Would eventually fall in stoppage time in round 4 of the USL Cup, and that would eliminate them from being the lone wildcard team to advance in the competition. Aaron Gomez got the match started off, and then Sergio Ors Navarro and Diego Gutierrez capitalized late in the second half, all within 4 minutes of each other. Prior to that match, they had 11 days off. And again, we talked about it in our pregame, the ability of this team to find success off the bench. Both the Ors Navarro and Gutierrez goals fall into that bench category as they were brought in as reserves. But it was Madison who inflicted this Omaha team by playing a 60-yard long ball, and Vincenzo Candela, put it simply, we just could not defend that type of pass on that day. Said he looked at the results around the 75th minute and knew they would need to not only jump ahead, but score a lot of goals. As that one popped up into the air, did not take a deflection, and Westchester take over. An inviting ball led into the box. Brent Coleman right on it. Found the streaking run of Sergio Ors Navarro. In the presence of Bobby Pierre, a little too much for Ors Navarro. It was a big part of why this team has had more control in second halves, just due to the energy and the technical quality coming off the bench. Ors Navarro makes his 8th start tonight in his 12th appearance. Guys like Aaron Gomez, Sergio Ors Navarro, Diego Gutierrez, Lawrence Wooten, and Gavilanes all have that ability to not only compete for a spot in the starting 11, but they can come off the bench and provide a lot of resilience and that quality that Coach Candela views quite highly. Staying close right now to that near touch line. Whether that's the fate of the player, the intention of the player is to stay away from the sun. Let's get things pretty close, and right now Westchester look to open it up. Noah Powder. Jimenez take it down and draws the foul in the process. Vincenzo Candela happy to return home to Morrison Stadium, where his team has found a lot of success, with the joint most amount of wins at home in league play this year. He attributed it to just simply being a special place. The fans that gather here at Morrison, the fandom that has grown in this Omaha community, it's played a part in the success and the strength that this team plays with at home. Although they're in trouble here, heavy touch. It's the Omaha possession. Westchester in trouble. They're giving them space. Lawrence Wooten calling his own number. Plays it central. The shot in, and it's Sergio Ors Navarro. That's exactly the start that Omaha needed. That goal brought to you by Hurdat Sports Bar and Grill. The crowd loves it. And it's a great finish by Sergio Ors Navarro, but an even better pass by Lawrence Wooten. Look at this, he draws 3 defenders. Ors Navarro left on an island of his own and able to defeat, or beat his defender, I should say, one-on-one. Luca Marinelli left alone, nothing he could do about that one. The fast break kind to Omaha early, and they punish the visitors. Sergio Ors Navarro now with his 3rd goal in league play this year, 6th across all competitions. Make it back-to-back matches for Ors Navarro with a goal. Westchester down early, in dire need of an answer. For Westchester, it was also a loss in round 4 of the Cup. Went on the road to face Hartford Athletic. And both of those goals conceded were quite preventable. Andrew Hammersley was in net for that one. And then that first goal scored by Coffey. The ball just a little bit loose and was able to capitalize. In the second, Hammersley didn't get a good touch on it. And although George Jokai's side outpassed Hartford Athletic and dominated possession, it wasn't enough in the end. Clean takeaway on that far side. The Omaha player still down, and Gabriel Cabral having words right now with Emi Nanso, our head official, as to a possible stoppage. Whistle finally sounded. It's Jonas Budati. Set to get checked on here by Emi Nanso. Budati on the challenge. And that ball stripped away in the far corner. Here's another look at it. Budati quite shaken up. Noah Powder defending. Caught the ball, but then on that follow through, caught a piece of his lower leg. Jonas Budati hoping that a bit of a stretch can help. He grabs into that lower right ankle. Gets a nice round of applause, and good to see him back to his feet. Meanwhile, Westchester take this opportunity to hydrate. And we mentioned 91 degrees at kickoff. Of course, playing on AstroTurf here at Morrison Stadium. In the areas where the sun is shining, it certainly can feel hotter than it actually is in the environment. Drop ball will get us back underway. As Westchester in their 3rd all-time meeting against Union Omaha trail yet again and look to avoid falling to 0-3-0 in the all-time series history. Of course, the road woes continue. It's a team that, dating back to 2025, are winless on the road in league play. Right now, New York Cosmos, one of the other of the 2 teams that are without points on the road this year. Of course, we mentioned George Jokai. Knows a lot of it is mentality and just flipping the switch. Trying to rewrite the script and create a new narrative. It's much harder than it looks, though. And it seems like everything is against you when you're away from home. But having talked with head coach George Jokai various times throughout the year, he mentioned the culture they're building is very positive. It's one of the top in the league. Loves the personalities that his side has brought in. It's a mix of new players and, of course, returners from a year ago. Connor McGlynn being one. But he understands conversion rate. That's going to be a big part of the turnaround. They not only need to continue to find ways to create chances, which they've done, but again, finish them at a high rate. Westchester are top 4 in the league when it comes to shooting accuracy. They sit just over 48%. So if you give them daylight, they certainly can punish. As Omaha plead for the offside call, and there is a hand in the air. Injured man for Westchester as it was Guzin playing this one into the corner. Jonathan Jimenez taken to the turf by Jonas Budati, who's most recently shaken up for Omaha. Again, both players took a brief moment to collect themselves and falling on that hot AstroTurf, or field turf, I should say. Makes getting up that much harder. Of course, as the sun sets, it'll be a little easier, but as for now, that far side of the pitch certainly impacted. Budati. Omaha in search of that give and go on the far side. They'll try it on the left. Coleman into the corner. Jiba in pursuit. Spinning, bouncing ball. Gavilanes all over it. And Omaha last to touch. And Gavilanes hits the deck as well. The ferocious spin on this ball. Nice job of Guzin to shield Cabral and Gavilanes from the ball. And Alan Gavilanes took an awkward step. The New Jersey native still getting checked down here by Eminanzo. And Gavilanes so versatile, and that seems to be the profile of many of these Omaha players. Can work as a winger or a central midfielder. And in years past, you look to Omaha players like Dejan Akoff and Charlie Ostrom, who were able to do multiple roles from the flanks, create service, and Alan Gavilanes, at 26 years of age, brings good experience from the USL Championship, as well as his time with Greenville Triumph. He's had a positive start to the year, 2 goals and 4 assists across all competitions. Battle on the near side. Jiba wins it, and Max Jennings slow to get up. Omaha looked to take advantage. Gavilanes on the ground, and Bobby Pierre there, able to steer that one aside. It's another Modelo corner kick for Union Omaha. The crowd excited. Would love to see their team double the lead. Gavilanes with outswing, falls in the 6. It's off a Westchester head and cleared. Wooten. Budati. It's Wooten who had that nice run into the box earlier in this match. Budati on the outside. And it's deflected out. And sets up another Modelo corner kick. Corner kicks beginning to add up here at Morrison Stadium. It's now 3rd of the evening for Vincenzo Candela's side. This time Gavilanes is able to work with his in-swing abilities. This Gavilanes, it looks promising. Foul in the box against Union Omaha. And Westchester take over. A couple of players fall for Westchester. I hope everyone's all right. Tim Timchenko back to his feet, good to see. And enter the Prinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on screen and enter today. Tim Timchenko, he was just slow to get up. a vital part of the success that this Westchester team has had defensively. And while they have conceded 23 goals, they'll make it 24 now after that Omaha opener. They still have been very good at getting in the passing lanes and disrupting play. It's a team that's top 4 in the league in blocks and clearances, and they lead USL 1 in interceptions. Tibchenko is by far the best on the team in terms of clearances and blocks. Leads those categories for this second-year side. The Ukrainian, who stands 6'2", has a huge presence on the back line to match Bobby Pierre, who's also 6'2". Makes it tough to play anything aerially. That's why Westchester, they've been first to many of these balls via service. And it's forced Omaha to play on the ground. But lucky enough for Vincenzo Candella's side, that's exactly what they're best at. It's playing between the lines and finding the little pockets that Westchester will leave open, which is exactly how they scored their first goal. Nifty touch. It is eventually turned over. Evans to Jennings. Jiba looks for the 1-2, and that taken away. Caceres, Owusu, Budati. Here's Budati. Sees a little daylight. Leaves it for Botello Faz. Reinforcements in the area. It's a header. Oh, it was dangerous. And Ryan Jiba so close to his second goal of the year. Right now, Westchester having trouble defending the weak side opportunities. And like we mentioned, 91 degrees at the pitch. And a hydration break ensues. So we'll stop here momentarily. It's Omaha who lead here at this brief hydration period, 1-0, courtesy of Sergio Ors Navarro. Plenty of fans on deck here at Morrison Stadium. And a lot to be excited about. And as of now, they would jump into first place. But one Knoxville, of course, they do play later tonight against AV Alta. Taking a look at how we got to where we are here in the 23rd minute. Sergio Ors Navarro. It's a smart run, but it's Lawrence Wooten who draws all this attention. 3 defenders. And Sergio Ors Navarro not taken into account by the visiting defense. And eventually Noah Powder and company not able to stop the left-footed wizardry of Ors Navarro. And speaking of all the left-footed magic that's gone on with Union Omaha, they lead the league with 14, now 15 left-footed goals on the year. It's the second of that kind for Ors Navarro. And randomly, in the days leading up to the match, I asked Vincenzo Candela, what does that mean? Is there significance to having a lot of left-footed goals? And he just mentioned it's just different technical ability, and there's not many good left-footed players out there. And of course, Sergio Ors Navarro, Kempis Tequila, Diego Gutierrez, and Aron Gomez, just to name a few on this roster, have been very good with their left foots. Coach Candela mentioned, and he guesses that it helps their versatility. Didn't have too much to say on it, but when you think about it, you get players to their strong foot on the right side of the pitch, and they're able to cut inside and create chances in an area that was very familiar to that individual player. Gives you a lot of hope and promise as these games go along, as the season begins to wind down. Because if you desire to play in all 3 postseason matches, you're going to need variety, versatility, grit. To have players that can do great things attacking-wise and defensively in multiple ways, that is huge. Pierre. Powder. Powder inside. Evans back to Noah Powder. Not a lot of room as Omaha quick to get to the ball. Timchenko. Guzin. There's Jennings. Here's Guzin onto his left. The pass deflected, taken away. Rashid Nuhu with the curling heave off the chest of Gavilanes, able to contain. But a major miscue with Ryan Jiba sets up Westchester on the corner kick. Not the ideal sequence you want to see if you're an Omaha player, but right now for Westchester, you're handed this opportunity on a silver platter. It's important to make the most of it. Whether it be a shot on target or a goal, they have not tested Rashid Nuhu, have yet to record a shot. It's promising. Took a deflection outside the area. And Westchester keep it in their own end. And to play the field positioning game. As Kyle Evans last to touch. Jimenez, as Westchester win it back. Noah Powder, Trinidad and Tobago international. It's taken away, a chance on the fast break again. It's Cabral, Gabriel Cabral. Plays centrally. Wooten, Caceres, Gavilanes has a go and it's stopped. You know, Luca Marinelli had to hit the deck and reach a cross goal to keep that one out off the foot of Gavilanes, who rifled that one in. Good reactionary skills from the Italian keeper to prevent any second chances. He did deflect off his gloves and able to keep it away from the streaking run of the Omaha players. Marinelli this year started on a 25-day contract and eventually signed his first professional deal. After playing at Sacred Heart a year ago, he won the Conference Golden Glove. He was an all-conference first-team player. Both the keepers for Westchester are younger than the two Omaha keepers. Rashid Nuhu and Cole Jensen, 30 years old and 25 years of age respectively. There's Marinelli, 22, Hammersley, 24. Now Bobby Pierre picked up a yellow card on the last sequence, but it's Omaha here. Quickly into the attacking third. They tried in the air and Marinelli had other thoughts. At the half-hour mark, Omaha up 1-0, courtesy of Sergio Ors Navarro. There it is, the yellow card to Bobby Pierre. His 5th on the year in league play. Westchester found themselves in plenty of one-goal affairs this year. 8 of them across all competitions. And they've suffered 8 losses in all those matches. And Eminanzo has just made it known to both benches that there is a delay due to the weather. And right now it is 91 degrees, 89 to be exact, as it just dropped. We'll do our best to keep you updated on the conditions, but it is a weather delay. Eminanzo gets everyone to the benches, and we will pause here. 31 minutes into this one. Omaha lead 1-0. Sergio Ors Navarro with the lone goal, and Vincenzo Candela and company want answers as they hope to jump back on top of the table, whilst Westchester, they need that road victory badly. We are back live at Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska after nearly a 1-hour weather delay due to lightning in the Omaha region. We are ready to resume play. Union Omaha up 1-0, courtesy of Sergio Ors Navarro. He struck in the 10th minute. And Eminanzo, our head official, ready to get this match back underway via the drop ball. Westchester in the white kits. Dark letters and numbers will go left to right. Omaha and the Baby Blues continue to go right to left. Still scorching hot in Omaha, 87 degrees, but we are back underway after play was suspended at the half-hour mark. We appreciate all of you who stood with throughout the first 30 minutes of the match and the weather delay. We'll play about 15 minutes or so until the announcement of stoppage time. And then we'll go from there, but not much action left here in the first half. Who can capitalize here late? Westchester on the move early. Yeah, Coleman collects and lays it off for Rashid Nuhu. Back in net, he split much of the time with Cole Jensen, who stopped 82% of the shots he's faced in League One. Rashid Nuhu today makes his 10th start. Has one shutout on the year, and he stopped 61% of the shots he's faced. Now for Westchester, this is a key area of the match. They've conceded 7 goals in the final 15 minutes of the first half of play in League One matches this year. And that is most in USL League One. The ability to finish out a half, whether it's the second or the first, is crucial in getting your season corrected. Westchester, they've been in a lot of close games across all competitions. 8 matches have been decided by 1 goal. They have fallen on all 8 occasions. Today is a chance to right some of the wrong that's followed Westchester into the summer months here in USL League One. Both teams, Westchester and Omaha, had their runs in the USL Cup ended. Neither qualified for the knockout stage. It was Madison, actually eliminated Omaha, who were in contention. They have to get back to defend. It's Westchester! I knew who might have gotten a piece of it. Hard to tell from the angle, that is the case. A little bit of an optical illusion here, but Jonathan Jimenez saw space, was given room, and Rashid Nuhu leaps outward to keep that one from testing the back post. Sets up Dean Guzin. Saw one corner kick, earlier on in the match. It was errantly given away by Omaha. And this one earned. What can they do with it? Backside header, and does not test Nuhu. Meanwhile for Omaha, they are clearly the best home team in all of USL League One. 7 wins and 1 draw this year in 2026. They've scored the 2nd most amount of goals at home among all teams, 17, and have the most shots on target recorded at home with 53 coming into tonight. It's a team that finds a lot of solace in playing at home. They had much of the control in this match throughout the first 30 minutes, but right now it's Westchester on the front foot. Did not have the numbers advantage with the ball. Only 43% of it headed into the weather delay, but they've gotten a couple of quick corner kicks. They went backside last time. Will they find daylight in that spot again? It's Dean Guzin. Batted away by Nuhu. Settled, spun around. Makic was there initially. Played in the header. Wow, what a finish! A wondrous response out of the weather delay, and it's Daniel Bauman with his first goal on the year. Could you have written it up any better, Westchester? In the midst of the woes on the road, the weather delay, and adversity left and right. Beautiful service into the area. And how about Daniel Bauman? Right spot, right time, and even better execution. And Kyle Evans put that one on a silver platter. That one's for the highlight tape. And the Westchester players are relieved. And Daniel Bauman right in the mix of it yet again. Could this be the night that Westchester pull off the comeback, finally win a road game in a League One match? Certainly had to wait a little while longer to find that result with the weather delay, but the wait right now, well worth it. Coleman takes a shove. Eminanzo all over that one, and Omaha looked to regain composure. They came out a little lackluster. Find themselves in a bit of a pickle, but nothing they can't handle. Jiba, hounded by Jennings. Can't get out of it yet. Gavilanes nearly bails him out. Timchenko under duress. Timchenko plays it out of air. Omaha able to win it. Wooten to Cabral. Gavilanes, nifty move, taken down, and draws the foul. Multiple Westchester players right there. How about Gavilanes? Quick cut from outside to inside. Dean Guzin forced to take him down at that point. With tactical intention, no yellow card given, as Gavilanes had dangerous space to work. Edri Caceres over this ball, along with Alan Gavilanes. Luca Marinelli measuring out the wall. It's comprised of 4 players here for Westchester. Edri Caceres going for goal, and it's off the chest of Luca Marinelli. Westchester in pursuit of another, and they have found a lot of success first halves this year in USL League One. That is now a dozen on the year in the first half for George Jokai's side. And with the attacking consistency that you've seen in the first half, these Westchester players would love to see that carry over into the second frame of play, and a lot of it comes with recognition of when you have high percentage scoring chances. Before recent matches, George Jokai's talked about his team struggle, maybe settling for shots from a bad angle. Wants to see them become a little more consistent in committing to chance creation, finding those high percentage looks. If they can eliminate the impulsive decision making and remain composed, this is a very dangerous team going forward. They came into tonight top 6 in the league for goals scored, and as you just saw, one of the best when it comes to scoring in the first half, as that one headed on, and Marinelli slows the heartbeats of the Westchester players. Nuhu quickly out of the back. It's An Omaha side who struggled in June. In league play, suffered 3 losses, all of which were shutouts. Had 5 goals in that time. Shot just 28%. Of course, an inability to score goals, it's quite frustrating, but to even test the keeper brings that frustration to another level. In their last 2 matches across all competitions, they've scored 6 goals, 3 against AV Alta, 3 against Madison, as that one's punched away. They certainly need more than 1 tonight. Foul against Omaha. And the far side official took no time to react. It's Connor McGlynn, the captain, talented goal scorer, there to help out his injured man. Or fouled man, I should say. Turn to the CBS Sports Network on Wednesday, July 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern for a Western Conference Championship showdown. Surging Lexington SC faces battle-tested Oakland Roots SC in an on-field tussle for valuable points. Catch all the action on CBS Sports Network, July 22nd. And just a few days later, watch USL on ESPN2, July 25th for a championship matchup, also for teams battling for conference points. Detroit City FC aims to keep its top 4 standing in the East with a win over Las Vegas Lights FC, a club that's fighting to stay in the hunt in the West. That takes place on Saturday, July 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Omaha under duress, struggling to build out the back. It's turned over and won by Jimenez, flicks it forward. Noah Powder on the byline. His cross a little long. No foul there. Omaha fans wanted to see Westchester tagged with an infringement. That's not the case. And Guzin quickly to the ball. Westchester looks to use the momentum to their advantage. Bobby Pierre switches the field of play. Westchester, they love to keep it on the flanks and then find the space centrally. Coleman first to touch. McGlynn. McGlynn still with it. Bauman, the goal scorer. Long ball on the far side, and Budati takes the throw in. Each club has had 5 touches in the opposition's box. Opportunities in the final third have been not as frequent as either coach would like. Shove from behind. It's a clean challenge and a tackle from Guzin. Budati in pursuit, keeps it in. Omaha fans are livid. Westchester understand that they want results on the road. They have to be the more physical team. Often in this league, possession is dominated by the home side. Westchester certainly have to do a bit of the dirty work today in unconventional fashion if they want to see all 3 points. Caceres long on that attempt, and it's a Westchester goal kick. Plenty of fans on deck today at beautiful Morrison Stadium, and back to their seats following the weather delay. That lasted nearly an hour. We got to the 30th minute. And resumed play around 7:30 p.m. local time. Well, if you've been watching the World Cup with all the hydration breaks, 3 minutes has been the standard for stoppage time, and that's the case today. Not much more time to work for either side. Teams in front of you will have only played 18 minutes between the weather delay and halftime. And it's Westchester who came flying out of the gates, using that delay to their advantage, and converted just 4 minutes in. As it stands right now, Omaha would sit in second place in the League One table. As for Knoxville, they're currently tied with AV Alta in the second half. That one falls. What a stop from Marinelli. Panto Botello Faz found himself right at the edge of the 6. He looked to take advantage of this great aerial pass from Yunus Budati. He stuck his leg out in space, connected, but just not enough juice on that one. It's a power past Luca Marinelli. Turned over. A little over 60 seconds to go until the approximate end of the half. McGlynn safely back. Everybody on the back line getting a touch. Kyle Evans, like Connor McGlynn, possesses an egregious amount of goal-scoring skill, but has that ability to cover so much ground. Again, for the players like Luis Alvarez and Connor McGlynn, we mentioned it atop the broadcast. That's what makes the fact that he scored 8 goals so impressive, given how deep he falls into the formation. As Jimenez on the ball, shoved from behind, and he is whistled for the foul. As Yunus Budati took the worst of that. Rashid Nuhu likely to waste a second or two off the clock. As Omaha recognized right now the momentum is with Westchester. They need to limit the damage and find a way to come out swinging at the start of the second half. Botello Faz makes his run. It's worked opposite to Gavilanes. Finds a run in the middle. What a finish! Oh, it's off the crossbar. Headed by Wooten into the sun, and Marinelli retrieves. What a chance that could have been. It looked pure in the moment. The strike was otherworldly. The finish seemed so perfect, but the result is we are even at the break. Sergio Ors Navarro did just about everything right. He thought it crossed the byline, and that'll be a hot topic of discussion headed into the halftime break. The Omaha players feel like that one worked across the white line, excuse me. The officials gather at center field. The Parliament and Omaha supporters looking at the video board for a replay. Sergio Ors Navarro feels like there's enough evidence on the video board to overturn, but of course there is no VAR in USL Championship or USL League One. He thinks it's pretty evident there's a goal. Our head official, Emi Nanso, and the rest of the crew see otherwise. So we head to the break, 1-1. After nearly a 1-hour weather delay, Westchester have evened it up at 1-1. We've got an exciting one and plenty of news and highlights from around the league coming up. Stick with us for just one more break before the second half of play. After an eventful first half at Morrison Stadium, Union Omaha and Westchester SC 1-1 at the break following a weather delay. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at our most recent Player of the Month award winner, Luis Alvarez, along with Save of the Week and a Goal of the Week award winners. Udati in trouble. Alvarez with the poach. And the shove. Luis Alvarez fights through contact. Luis Alvarez! How could you not be entertained? He fights through the contact and powers it home.
Alvarez sidesteps from the arc, the bend all the way through. An absolute beaut of a strike. McCarroll goes for goal, and it's in. It is brilliant from McCarroll, and it's all square in Charlotte.
John Baccaro is no stranger to superb strikes. He squares up the free kick, and watch the goalkeeper. He lets his wall do the work. He isn't cheating at all, gets full extension, but Baccaro's strike opposite of the wall is struck off the post and in. It's set piece mastery from Baccaro for your select USL League One Goal of the Week.
Of home. Bowen inward. Medina heads it down, pushed up by Smith. Back-to-back corners for Corpus Christi. Played it by Marcus Epps, and the header is in to give Lexington the lead. For goal and in. Welcome to Oakland.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
You ever just look at them and think, yeah, I'm doing all right.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Pero falta gol, estamos a esperar a un gol.
¿Hugo Sánchez?
Sí, tira para adelante.
¡Sí maneja un futbolista! ¡Llegamos por fin! ¡Ay, bendito sea el chofer, doctor! ¿En eso las canchas algún consejo?
Sí, confía y cree en ti.
¡Ey! ¡Pasa al norte! A donde me dé la oportunidad, pero listo para dar el paso. ¡Listo, vámonos!
1-1 at the break. Omaha and Westchester look to break the deadlock in the second half of play. But before we move on, let's take a look at scores and schedule around the league. Plenty of action in USL League One this week. A lot in the midweek as well. But starting out today, Charlotte and Chattanooga, even in stoppage time. New York Cosmos and Corpus Christi, like us, went into a weather delay and are still there. Fort Wayne currently lead Greenville 2-0, and the same also for Spokane on Richmond. Knoxville and AV Alta are even at 1 apiece, and this is important because if that draw holds and Omaha somehow break the deadlock in the second half, they would be in a tie for first place. Taking a look at what's to come here in USL League One, more midweek action as well on Wednesday. Battle in New York, Westchester and Cosmos, and also for Omaha, they'll go on the road to Portland Hearts of Pine. And to wrap up the night, Charlotte Independence will head up to the Pacific Northwest to face Spokane Velocity as Mike Jeffrey's side looks to continue their trend up the table. When we come back, we'll have highlights, stats, and more from the first half of play. But this match, it's not a sprint, it's a race. Who will finish first? Who will finish second? Only time will tell. Omaha, Westchester, 1-1.
We are there to listen to their goals, their dreams, and whatever is preventing them from reaching those. I can be in my house and I can help multiple people.
Fidelity emphasizes the importance of connectivity. The culture is really thriving, especially if you're in a remote role.
I don't feel alone, and I'm just in my house, so it's the best of both worlds, definitely.
It's an age-old tradition, sneaking a taste before it's ready to serve. But when you see the Finest Reserve label, you just can't help yourself. Because you know an immersive, unexpected flavor experience awaits. The passion and the creativity are felt and tasted in every bite, twisting contemporary cuisine in satisfying new ways. It makes it almost impossible not to want to taste it before the meal. Finest Reserve. Every flavor tells a story.
We're moments away from the final 45 minutes of play between Union Omaha and Westchester SC. It was an eventful first half between these two sides. Let's take a look at how we got to where we are. Well, it was Union Omaha, one of the best, if not the best, team at home in USL League One, out on the front foot. Lawrence Wooten draws a lot of attention, and it opens up Sergio Ors Navarro. That would make it 1-0. So that one does not count, and it stands at 1-1 apiece. Omaha superior in shots and shots on target, but Westchester, they've made the most of their chances regardless of the possession. Each team has 3 corners apiece. We've seen a few offside calls, and that is due to the aggressive nature of these two front lines, but this game, it hasn't been as physical as those might expect. Just one booking in the first 45 minutes of play. We did have a hydration break in the first half as well. And after a few stoppages, we finally made it to the second half of play, where it's Westchester who will start out with possession. They'll go right to left in the white kits. It's Omaha, the hosts, and the Baby Blues to go left to right. Our head official, Eminanzo, checks his watch and awaits the whistle. And we are underway for the second half between Omaha and Westchester. Will it be the visitors who pick up their first road win in league play since June of last year? Can Omaha continue their unbeaten run at home in 2026. Only time will tell. And if you've stuck with us through all the weather delays, the hydration breaks, and the half, we appreciate you. And if you're just tuning in, this match is quite enticing. Plenty of storylines that we've unpacked, we'll continue to unpack, and much more we want to get to. The sun still shining brightly down here at Morrison Stadium. It was 91 degrees at kickoff. It's only cooled to about 86. The humidity right now is at 70%. It is just brutal to work out there, and at the start of the match, half the pitch was in the sunlight. It was pretty apparent both teams tried to stay out of the sun and use the shadows at the near side stands of Morrison Stadium to their advantage. As Bobby Pierre shields this one, he's last to touch, and he's shoved down. Bobby Pierre gets checked on. It is a corner kick. And Pato Botello Faz doing everything in his power to get around this ball. And Bobby Pierre took a little bit of contact from Pato Botello Faz, but it did appear he fell a little bit. And that's what Connor McGlynn is trying to hash out right now with the near side official and Emi Nanso, our head official. Luca Marinelli, the 22-year-old keeper, wants in on the conversation. Yeah, Bobby Pierre refuses to respect the distance. Needs to back off before he receives another yellow. He is the only player with a yellow card tonight. He has to play it smart here as we take this Modelo corner kick. It's Gabriel Cabral. The former League One champion with South Georgia Tormenta FC in 2022. At 29 years of age, another player that brings a plethora of experience to this Omaha side that seems to cover so much ground in a variety of different players' careers. This one has outswing, finds a Westchester head. Jimenez collects. A whistle that started in the area, and Westchester take over. The ball that's being placed back for this free kick is a select ball, and they are proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Foul in the midfield. Omaha felt like that contact was insinuated by the visitors. Westchester, the story over the last couple of years has been the points dropped from winning position. It was 38 a year ago, which was the single season high for a club in League One. And this year it's 7, which is second most in all of the league. Today they go up against a team that has won a lot of points from losing position. Omaha have 10 on the year. That's a league high. Well, today they've conceded after being up 1-0. Sergio Ors Navarro wants a booking on that foul committed by Jonathan Jimenez. At this point, you're starting to see a little frustration out of an Omaha side that had complete control of this match. If it were not for the lightning in the area, this game could look a lot different. Nonetheless, Mother Nature, bringing her gracious presence to USL League One, has certainly had an impact on this one. And Westchester have her to thank for getting back into the match. Where's Navarro? Has that one poked away by Bobby Pierre. One thing Omaha certainly got right tonight, for now at least, they put to bed their struggles in the first half scoring-wise, as this one's played centrally. Settled, Wooten deflected. It's over the net, but Omaha were offside. Actually, it's a corner kick. The hand in the air by the head official. Again, looked a little bit like an optical illusion. It looked a little more vertical than outward. So correction on my part, it is a Modelo corner kick. This one without swing. Batted away by Marinelli. Gets a second touch. Owusu. Gavilanes plays it. Westchester clear for the moment. But coming into tonight, Omaha failed to score a first half goal in 11 of their 16 League One matches. Tonight out in the front foot. Right now it's Westchester threatening after a crafty pass up ahead by Evans, and it's put on by Guzin. A circus-like sequence of events. Kyle Evans with his second helper on the night, and it's Dean Guzin who punishes Omaha yet again. Omaha, who were tortured on the fast break against Madison, find themselves in a tough spot again, and it's Dean Guzin. And the frustration from the Omaha defenders, you can sense it and feel it. Rashid Nuhu, nothing he could do about that one. Guzin puts himself in an advantageous spot. It makes it 2-1 Westchester. Kyle Evans with the ball forward. We'll see if he gets credited officially with the assist. But my goodness, yes, it did take a deflection. But due to his positioning, for him to play that ball and get it in a spot where Guzin could win the foot race, made it that much more impressive. Nonetheless, we'll give Kyle Evans brownie points if he's not officially credited with the helper. You know, the Omaha players receiving a talking to from Emi Nanso. We've seen it over the last 5 or 10 minutes, the frustration. It felt like this one was in their control. And it's been completely turned upside down. It's a free kick from pretty far out. We'll see how Gavilanes decides to take this one. Safely back to Coleman. Outside to Owusu. Miscue there, and Westchester take over. Substitution here. It's Diego Gutierrez in, the impact sub. A team high 9 substitutions on the air. And if you were with us for pregame, as his substitution tonight. Brought to you by Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve. This is where Omaha have had their strength. Gutierrez, of his 7 goals in all competitions, 4 of them have come off the bench. This is exactly the person they need in right now. Coleman to Wooten. Omaha content with taking their time. And Budati has that one poached away. But it's a positive ball forward that gets Omaha in an advantageous spot. As Gutierrez, the intended recipient of that ball in. Gutierrez back into an onside position. with it and tripped up. And Connor McGlynn in the books. Eminanzo had no hesitation going to his pocket. And the captain, and one of the top goal scorers in the league, is into the books. Yeah, not a lot of intention there to play the ball for McGlynn. Swipes out the legs of Gutierrez. McGlynn a little frustrated, but not one to let that affect him. Space drawn out. It's Gavilanes along with Cabral over this set piece. Gutierrez works off into space. Cabral takes, curls inside, headed on, it's threatening. And Brent Gallman got the touch he was looking for, but it didn't have the finesse. Cabral, this one had wicked spin. And Gallman able to leak through that Westchester defense. It was inviting, but not threatening. That's where this Westchester defense has to be careful. Can't leave anybody unmarked. That's often been an issue this year, and it was evident on that first goal scored by Sergio Ors Navarro for Omaha. The powder. And back by Omaha. Ors Navarro up ahead. Flag stays down. It's Cabral. His entry into the box immediately rejected. Heavy touch from Budati. He gets some help. The crowd starting to get into it. And just a reminder, if you've never watched a game at Morrison Stadium, these walls that surround the pitch are concrete. So all that sound, from whether it's behind the bylines or along the touch lines, it's bouncing from the opposite side. So the second the crowd gets into this match, it can sound like a frenzy. Foul won by Westchester. They'll take over in the defensive half. But the drums beginning to pound a little bit louder here. As it relates to these starts, it haven't been ideal for Omaha. Vincenzo Candela has attributed it to just a lack of focus. And he wants to see his team grow into the game a little quicker and not wait for the chances. And as for the comebacks, especially when those deficits are at halftime or at any point in the second half, these guys, they do believe in themselves. That's what makes them so successful. They're confident in the game model and their skills on the pitch. That's such a big part of being successful and coming back in several matches, is you have to believe in what you're fighting for. As this one in, oh, what a stop from Marinelli! Picturesque and ever so perfect. Long ball tested. Pato Botello falls on it, and what a catch from Marinelli! From close range, makes a second consecutive amazing save. He looked like he was catching fastballs in Philly at the MLB All-Star game. Bouncing ball into the hands of Nuhu. Oh, Luca Marinelli have an afternoon and an evening. And Jonathan Jimenez down. He draws the attention of Eminanzo, and that echoes the Boo Birds. The Westchester players understand the opportunity. They immediately head to their coach to get some quick hydration, and the Omaha players take their time and hold the ball in frustration. So what Omaha's arguing is that there could have been a goalie handball outside the box on that touch. That's what the players were arguing about, but it's in such a bang-bang sequence. There it is, Marinelli might have gotten the touch. Botello Faz, and there's the catch. And if we wind back to the first half, there was another great goal chance for Union Omaha and Sergio Navarro. The fans furious here at Morrison Stadium. They felt like they've been robbed of a couple of calls. They thought they had a goal at the end of the first half. And they were very sure that there was a handball. As Samori Powder into this one on the Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve substitution. He's in for Jonathan Jimenez, who exits after the injury. Here's another look at it. Again, a couple of sequences that have frustrated these Omaha players and fans. Here's the goal at the end of the first half, or goal chance, I should say. Sergio Navarro rifles that one off the crossbar. And here's another look at it from close range in slow motion. It's so close. There's no VAR in USL, so we can't review it. It was shown on the scoreboard as both teams headed to the locker room, and whoever's on site made it a point to stop the highlight reel when the ball hit the ground. Fans thought it was beyond the line, but the call stands as Pato Botello Faz showing the yellow. Dissent has been a frequent offense tonight, but Omaha trudged forward. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Omaha threatening. They've led the game with 11 shots to Westchester's 4. 5 have been on frame. They've had nearly 60% of the ball. It's been a team that under Vincenzo Candela has come accustomed to being a more possession-based side. Not as reliant on the counter as in years past. Bobby Pierre. Bauman in a battle. Dispossesses Lawrence Wooten, but then called for the foul. The Omaha players arguing that there was a jersey tug from behind, and Bauman into the books. That's the right call from Emi Nonso. As Lawrence Wooten did a good job to shield the ball, and it was Bauman reaching from behind. Got a piece of the kit. And can't take that with him. One thing he will take is that stellar header that he converted on to make it 1-1. Off the free kick. Gavilanes couldn't take it out of the air. Gutierrez can't retrieve. Makic with the touch and sends it long, but it's enough to give Westchester a breather. Omaha lead the league in goals scored in the second half, with 19 coming into tonight. Of course, they've won 10 points from losing position this year. Can they complete the comeback? And Marinelli sliding and steals that one from the feet of Omaha. Luca Marinelli is on another planet tonight, and there you can see has hopes of keeping Omaha away from any sort of comeback. Powder in search of the give and go. Can't track it in time on Owusu. He takes it from behind, but there is a foul. Powder called for the shove. Daniel Burko and Miguel Diaz set to come on for George Jokai. There was also a hydration break, so we've had two of those today. The weather delay. The Omaha fans getting a little restless, and Vincenzo Candela cannot believe the calls he's seen before him. It is tough with no VAR. He's quite confident in what he and his team have seen on the pitch. And Daniel Burko has often been at the striker spot for Westchester this year. With just one goal in league play, can he unlock himself tonight? He hasn't had a goal contribution in his last 4 matches across all competitions. But he's top 2 in the league in duels won, and he leads League One in flick-ons. You're getting an aggressive player and a chance creator up top, and of course Miguel Diaz, former academy product of Red Bull New York and a St. John's alum. In here for the visitors at one point, scored a goal in 3 straight League One matches in mid-June. Had good form a month ago. Those are all the goals he has this year. He would love to put this one away. Meanwhile, for Omaha, Diego Gutierrez came on earlier and has immediately seen touches on the ball. He's found his way to get into the final third. He's drawn a few fouls as well. He's already created a chance since checking in. It is Omaha who take over. As it stands right now, Omaha would stay in second place. And Knoxville would remain in first. As for Westchester, if they can hold this result, it's not much. They'll jump up to 13th. That's just one place in this table, but it's something. And again, Daniel Burko and Miguel Diaz, the latest Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve substitutions. Last substitution for Westchester, Mo Williams. Williams, who had recently been injured for several matches for Westchester. It's good to see him back on the pitch. Williams and Pierre protect Marinelli, allow him to retrieve the ball. Pierre to Powder. Now shares the pitch with his brother Samori. Plays it there. And Budati with the challenge. It did not go off of Omaha last. Powder got a foot to the ball most recently. Omaha take over on the goal kick. Tumble from behind. And Omaha used the whistle to their advantage. Yellow cards beginning to arrive in bunches. We didn't have any in the first half of play. Pardon me, we had one. It's now the fourth in the second half. Omaha liked their odds. A triple team. Westchester last to touch. And Daniel Burko's livid with the call. Immediately gets back. Owusu sees daylight. Has that one knocked out of play. Cross in, bouncing ball. Omaha stay in the attacking third. Nifty move. A shove from behind. Omaha won a penalty. It looked like Tim Timchenko extended his arm on the push. The boos continue to echo, and Daniel Burko thought he was fouled. And there's an egregious shove. What could this be? Things getting chippy. Burko's lost control, and he's in the books. Burko needs to be careful. Already one for the reckless challenge. And here it is, Gavilanes in pursuit. Oh, and Timchenko might have extended that right arm. Burko thought he was fouled. Like a shark in bloody water, searched out a shove and took it out on Samuel Owusu. That's unwarranted. And Eminanzo, who has seen this game escalate before his eyes here in the second half, had to calm the tempers quickly. Bauman, Burko, McGlynn and Pierre all with yellow cards for Westchester. Budati, cross low, one-timer could not be put home. Lawrence Wooten frustrated. That was the chance of a lifetime for Lawrence Wooten, who's done so many things right tonight for Omaha, including that assist early on. Could not find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The Omaha fans can't believe it. They heartache. That fan in the purple can't take it anymore. Understandable. There's been a couple of great chances for Los Bujos. Seemingly have just not gone their way. Jiba. Botello Faz looks to back down Pierre. Gutierrez in the air. And Marinelli handles. Coleman shoved. Took a little contact. Omaha keep their foot on the gas pedal. Things heating up here at Morrison Stadium. Although the sun has set it, hearts are on fire right now. Wooten. Gutierrez onto his left. Gutierrez would have been tripped up a little, and that one skyrocketed over the Parliament. The chances coming in bunches for Omaha. Nothing to show for it yet. Aside from that opening goal, a couple of Westchester players down. This is where the legs begin to go a bit. Marinelli set to boot this one away, and substitutions ready on that near touchline. That's where the ball's played. Powder there. Got his jersey tugged by Budati. Coleman slides. And Westchester were again last to touch. And that's unfortunate for Samori Powder. A couple of plays. Omaha have used him as a decoy to send the ball out of play and win possession back. Gavilanes hounded. Tiptoes. And kept in. Wooten. Lofted. And not a worry there for Westchester. Here's the substitutions. A couple for Omaha and one for Westchester. Aiden Bora in for the visitors. For the hosts, Sam Gideri, as well as Aaron Gomez. Come on for late half reinforcements. Time to shine for Omaha. And these Broadmoor and Hartwood preserve substitutions. Well, this is the bread and butter for Omaha. They've found success in the final 15 minutes of matches throughout 2026. How about this? 11 goals in crunch time. And in the midst of those 11, 4 of them have come in added time of the second half. Here they come on the front foot. Gavilanes up to Gomez. Aaron Gomez finds the feet of the Westchester defenders. Keep this one as far away from Luca Marinelli as possible. And Daniel Burko in pursuit leads the line. And this press that has been forced to sit back and just absorb at this point. They've clogged up the half spaces and forced Omaha to play wide, which can be dangerous. They're good on the ground, but they've owned service really since they've ever existed. They've lived and died by crosses. You have to be careful in how you pick your battles if you're Westchester. It's Budati, deflected out. And here we go, a Modelo corner kick. Just under 12 minutes to go until stoppage time. Gavilanes, known from Indy 11 on May 15th. He's come in, been a force of nature. Coleman intended, what a stop! Oh my goodness, Luca Marinelli! Another one in, deflected, whoa! Sergio Ors Navarro cannot be stopped, it was inevitable! A brace in the books. 3 goals in his last 2 matches. Omaha are quite alive. Quick to go. Westchester not wasting any time. We've talked about it all night long. The woes on the road for Westchester. The points drop from winning position. And for Omaha, the slow starts, but the ability to come back. As that goal brought to you by Hurdat's Sports Bar and Grill, Sergio Ors Navarro. Scored in the 9th minute. Very well could have had a second. And that very easily could have been the hat trick. But not the case, it is the brace. Coleman defending. Westchester slow things down a bit. Samori to Noah. Heavy touch. Eden Bora just came onto the pitch. Rookie did not give that one away. Perko sought out. Owusu there. Collision in the midfield. Both sides wanted a foul. Eminanso lets them play on. Diaz hounded and recklessly taken down. And Gabriel Cabral frustrated. Here's another look at the goal. This match couldn't get better. What a flick from Sergio Ors Navarro. You just knew it was coming. This team didn't give up. Through all the adversity tonight, they have fought their way back in. And 3 points are well alive for Los Bujos. Yellow card shown to Sammy Gadiri just a few moments ago. Connor McGlynn awaits the signal. Numbers inside the box for Westchester. He'll play it short side. That one bouncing. Oh, knew who couldn't handle. Mo Williams couldn't put it home. Flag raised on the far side for offside. What hasn't this match given us? It's given us close calls at net, weather delays, comebacks, loud cheers, and enticing finishes. We're spoiled tonight here at Morrison Stadium. The electricity in this building only builds. The weather brought the electricity literally in the first half. The Parliament and company have taken over. Owusu, Wooten, had to think about it. Foul against Omaha. As players collide on the near side. Eminanso wants none of it. Here's another look at it. Budati in pursuit, and it's Burko who fell down. It looked like he might have taken Jonas Budati with him. And the 30-year-old defender visibly frustrated. Nonetheless, he does jog back to his defensive position. McGlynn with a bit of misdirection. The press working right now for Omaha. They've simply sat in the attacking half. Here in the second half, where they've possessed 66% of the ball. That's nearly 10% better than what they did in the first 45 minutes. Cameron Lawrence in for Omaha, and Sergio Ors Navarro exits to a thunderous applause. As Lawrence, the latest Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve substitution, checks into the match. Rightfully so, Sergio Ors Navarro has continued to keep this team's mindset in check and in a positive direction. That can't be easy when in your mind calls aren't going your way. And Westchester, for most of this match, have been the more physical team. They've led the game in interceptions. We're even in fouls, pretty much. Westchester today have won 83% of the aerial duels and 51 overall. They've certainly established their presence, but again, their ability to hold the result. It's come back to haunt them. Slow roller. And sent aside by Lawrence. It's nothing to do with the attack. A lot of room to work. Westchester content with the field positioning. Can they use it to their advantage? And Max Jennings has had the hot hand for chance creation. 4 assists in his last 7 matches, all competitions. Will he get an opportunity? Samori Powder deflected away. Samori Powder, the only player on this Westchester roster that has ever scored against Omaha. And another goal scorer, Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. of Brooklyn FC in the USL Championship. Powder historically knows what it takes to break down this Omaha side. It could be Jennings' playmaking that digs Westchester out of this hole they've dug themselves in. But even in the midst of Omaha's slow start and Westchester's second half conceding issues, we're still even. Plenty of time to play. It's Omaha on the fast break. Run central. Lawrence saw an opportunity. That cross given no chance to live. It's intercepted by Budati. Fans to their feet. Heartbeats racing. Cabral. Gavilanes. Budati, ball in, hammered away by Marinelli. It's popped up, it falls near the spot, taken out of the air. And Diaz to Burko, who again is double teamed. Omaha have refused to give Daniel Burko, the Westchester striker, any room in open space. Again, he finds himself leading the press. Credit to Westchester, they've been very compact throughout this game. Except on the fast break where they conceded first. They've made it hard for Omaha to build out on the ground, centrally in possession. Chance from distance, and Marinelli didn't have to worry about it. And Diego Gutierrez saw his chance and rightfully took it. The Omaha native, the all-time Nebraska high school leader and goals scored, saw a moment to take it on his own foot. It's the right idea, but just a bit heavy. With the win, Omaha would jump back into first. Knoxville fell to AV Alta. Spot atop the League One table on the line. 1 minute to go until stoppage time. Cabral. Owusu. Budati. Lawrence Wooten makes the play outside. In search of that run, wants to stay onside, and Omaha played safe. Swung around. Owusu wants to try the left. Ball into the box, deflected away, and corner kick up here, sponsored by Modelo. And Kyle Evans with the smart move. Sometimes a corner kick is better than a clean chance. Corner kick's brought to you by Modelo. Cabral, off of Evans. Gavilanes, onto his right. Header! And for a second, the breaths of all the faithful in the crowd were held as Cameron Lawrence found himself in a good spot centrally. The past few chances just a little over the net. As you can see, half a dozen minutes of stoppage time indicated by the fourth official. And in a moment like this, you can attribute those heavy scoring chances just due to the sheer factor of the crowd, the intensity of this game, what it means for these players. In the second half, Omaha, they've had all the momentum, especially since the hour mark. It's been a half hour in the making. Budati works forward to Owusu. Gutierrez. Aggressive send, handled well by Budati. Pops this one near the spot. Wooten there. And Jennings muscles it away from him. Diaz taken down. Once Wooten again frustrated by the call. This foul right here allows Westchester to just slow things down, collect themselves in the final moments of a match where they hope to not again drop points from a winning position. They have not won a road match in a League One scenario since June 18th of 2025 in a 2-1 victory against Forward Madison. Samori Powder falls in a likely manner for Omaha. They can get out and run. Gutierrez tripped up a little bit, collects himself. Gutierrez to Gavilanes, one of the best on this team in crossing and service. It's deflected, attempted to play it with his left, and it's cleared by the visitors. Push from behind, and that's an easy foul call. Vincenzo Candela can't believe it. Hands on his head. Appears he thought Westchester tried to sell that one a little bit, but Daniel Burko hit the deck in a hard manner. Here's another look at it. Burko in the air. And took a push from behind. Head injuries, not something to be messed around with, but Burko quickly to his feet. Vincenzo Candelo cannot believe there isn't a yellow card for time wasting, and there it is. Finally to Luca Marinelli. Vincenzo Candelo is practically doing jumping jacks on the near touchline. As the 22-year-old keeper took as much time as he could to get to the ball. Marinelli tests the distance. Push against Westchester. And it's Burko with the inflicted foul. Coleman. Errant ball out of play. Just under 2 minutes to go until the approximate end of the match. This ends in a draw. It's a thriller. But if someone's able to poke out ahead, it would be memorable. Cabral quick to win it back. He knows time is precious at this point. Sam Gadiri, you saw that hand motion for everyone to get forward. They don't want to waste time. Wooten, a spot atop the table on the line for Omaha. Budati. Deflected off of Powder. Somehow stayed in. Wooten. Coleman. Under 45 seconds to go. It's a ball on the ground. Gutierrez back with it. Might take it again, and that one launched into the stands. How quick will Westchester play? Are they content with the draw? Do they want all 3 points? Those fans have gotten plenty of chances to take home some souvenirs. It is kept in. Burko with the sidestep, cuts in. Pushed from behind. Eminanzo didn't see it. Diaz forward. Miguel Diaz into the attacking third. Gutierrez defending. And Diaz is cross deflected out. It stays for a throw in for Westchester. Well beyond the approximate end of the match. Likely one last push here for the visitors. A shove in. Kept alive. It's sitting in the 6. And Omaha clear. Could this be the final chance? What a tackle there from Bobby Pierre. Plays it up ahead, and the flag raised for offside. Nuhu and company have to go quickly. It is played out. Eminanzo repeatedly checking his watch. A tough challenge there from Westchester, and Alan Gavilanes right up in the mix with Aiden Bora. Doesn't like that challenge on his teammates. Jonas Budati has words with Noah Powder and Aiden Bora as well. And Bora ran over the Omaha player. He felt like it was sold a little bit. But if this is it, it's a good opportunity for Los Bujos. Sam Gadiri from nearly midfield. Numbers forward in the box. A little bit shocked not to see Rashid Nuhu forward. We'll see what this amounts to, and it's right in the midst of Luca Marinelli. And there's the match. Omaha come back. They get the result, but they felt like they deserved more. The fans let their opinions be known. George Jokai and Vincenzo Candela shake hands. And once again, Westchester drop points from winning position. That's now 8 on the year. If not for the efforts of Luca Marinelli, it could be worse. You can see the anger, the disappointment on the fans of the Omaha fans, not for their team's effort, but what they feel their team deserved in terms of calls on the pitch. Your final, which is brought to you by Blackstone. Omaha and Westchester finish even at 2 apiece. When we come back, we'll have highlights, stats, and more from the full 90 minutes of play. Omaha and Westchester finish deadlocked at 2 apiece. Final score brought to you by Blackstone. There's plenty to unpack from this one. It was a thriller. Let's take a look at how we got to this 2-2 finish. And full-time highlights are brought to you by Family Fare. starting things off. Omaha got on the front foot inside the first 10 minutes. Sergio Ors Navarro found space on the fast break. Lawrence Wooten credited with the assist, and that would be, for Ors Navarro, his third in league play this year. It would also make it 6 across all competitions. Again, full-time highlights brought to you by Family Fare. So we would have nearly an hour weather delay at the half-hour mark, and just 4 minutes out of it, Westchester with an answer is Daniel Bauman, who would even the match up at 1 apiece. His first goal on the year was a beaut, a header right past Rashid Nuhu. So much to celebrate for a team that struggled on the road. And the visitors, it seemed that all was so bright. Kyle Evans with that acrobatic ball forward to Dean Guzin, and he'd make it 2-1. Fast break has haunted, or fast break shots and goals have haunted Omaha this year. And that continues here today after letting a couple of long balls go in that Madison match a week ago. But they would get the response they would need. Sergio Ors Navarro, tonight's man of the match, presented by Platinum Chiropractic and Wellness. It was a lengthy sequence. Gavilanes put that one central, and Ors Navarro with the flick on in. That would make it 2-2 and secure the result for Omaha. Finish second in the league table after this result tonight. They don't claim first again, but just 1 point behind Knoxville. Able to stay in the conversation for the Players' Shield. But look at this, Omaha, 21 shots compared to Westchester's 5. They led shots on target, doubling Westchester's total. They had 62% of the ball. They had 70% of the corner kicks tonight. But the big stat here, 7 bookings, 5 against the visitors. It was a chippy affair. Omaha felt like they deserved a little more in terms of the calls on the pitch. They left quite angrily, expressing their dissent throughout the match. Up next, Omaha go on the road to face Portland Hearts of Pine. For Westchester, they go home to face New York Cosmos. Your final, Omaha, Westchester finish at 2 apiece. Full-time score brought to you by Blackstone. For our entire crew, I'm Josh Lill saying so long from Omaha, Nebraska. Union Omaha and Westchester finish deadlocked. Have a great night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.